Here again with another episode of the Detox Podcast, episode 344 to be exact. If you're new here and enjoy music, podcasts, comedy, or hooping videos, do consider subscribing. We've got a whole bunch of that stuff going on around here. When you do subscribe, leave a like or hang out with us in a live chat like you're going to do today. Helps us share conversations and laughs like this with more people. So do consider doing that. Now, before I can introduce you guys to my guest this week, I got to talk to you guys a little bit about vacations. It's that time of the year. It's cold, but it feels nice out compared to what it was a week ago here in the Midwest. Up in the high 20s, which is pathetic to say that feels nice. But if you're an enjoyer of winter weather and you want to get the most out of it, check out our first video sponsor, Alpine House 2, which Alpine House 2 is a classic Swiss chalet duplex A-frame with a log cabin interior located directly across the street from the Ski Brule Ski Resort in Iron River, Michigan. Iron River, Michigan specifically is home to forests, lakes, rivers, and they makes Alpine House 2 the destination for fishing, hunting, hiking, snowmobiling, skiing if you're into that this time of the year. They've been pretty consistently booked up over on Airbnb and Vrbo, but if you reach out to them and tell them Darren, Rita, or Detox sent you, they'll set you guys up with a vacation. You can check them out at ALPINEHAUS 2 on Instagram, or you can click the link down in the description below and check out everything that they've got going on for your next adventure or peaceful retreat. One last time, that's at Alpine House 2 on Instagram for sponsoring another episode of the show. Now, I mentioned this is the 344th episode of the pod. We've been doing it for a while. Had I had our second video sponsor in my back pocket earlier, things would have been a little bit easier at the beginning. Impulse Camera, located in Oak Creek, Wisconsin's Drexel Square, is everything you could possibly need for your creative projects, whether it's cameras, lights, microphones, gimbals, or even just a space to record your own content. They have all of it. They don't just have great gear, though. They also have great staff that's been trained to help you get gear that is best suited for your needs at prices that actually fit your budget. And if you're still not convinced, they offer a super legit rental program, so you can get your hands on some really cool and expensive gear without having to necessarily purchase it outright. They also offer monthly memberships to help you get extra discounts on gear, as well as access to an exclusive Discord and more. So check out at impulse.mke on Instagram or impulsecameras.com to see everything they have going on over there. You can check the links down in the description below. One last time, that's at impulse.mke on Instagram or impulsecameras.com. Now, with all that good stuff out of the way, all the church announcements done, we have to give the wettest of Detox welcomes to the most entertaining DJ in the Midwest. DJ Mando is here in the building.
What's up with you, man?
We got you brought with you a live audience. We got some actual claps going on. I love that. I love it, man.
Yeah. No, I was hoping that we could, give them some shine too.
Maybe we can give them some shine at some point in the episode. We'll try to not break everything we got going on here and sneak them in. Now, I mentioned you're the most exciting DJ in the Midwest. That's been dubbed on your name there. What was, before you ever DJ'd a show, before you ever had any interactions with artists, and when you were just a fan, just an enjoyer of music, what was your favorite show? What was it? Who was it? And where was it? Was there for me, I think my first show ever was at supposed to be at the Rave, and then it got moved to some other venue, and then we ended up, I saw Kid Cudi was my first ever concert.
Fire. The first concert I ever went to solo was me and my little brother Sonny Lou. We went to go see Waka Flocka Flame at the Rave.
Dude, hell yeah.
Crazy.
What room was he in?
He was in the middle room, so it was probably like a 2,000 cap.
Yeah, that's so sick, man.
It was nuts. Like his energy is just so crazy. Like he's one of those people that I kind of model my DJing after.
Yeah.
I want to. I don't really have like DJ influences. There's artist influences. The people that capture the most energy. People like Waka. People like Travis. People like Playboy Cardi. Like those type of people that bring that energy. Those are the type of people I try.
Do you think having a more of like an artist perspective on it helps you bring? That's probably why your DJing is so different. Why people have been so
Definitely.
Gravitated towards it.
We treat it like a concert. We don't treat it like a club. You know, like different events and stuff that we do. It's not just playing music. Like we add so many different elements to it till it's a production.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got dancers on stage. You got stuff blowing up. You got everything.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Like we got dancers. We play with a band. I got keys and guitar. Other DJs. So like top to bottom, the whole lineup can all be.
There's entertainment value there.
Circle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
did you always want to do it that way, or when did you figure out, when you started DJing, did it look like that at the beginning, or how long until you were able to start up the production value?
Yeah, no, it was at first it was just me.
Yeah.
And then just as things go on, I'll do a yearly checkup where it's like, all right, this is everything that I accomplished over the year. This is what I have coming up. How can I do it better? Mm-hmm. How can I improve on it? I was really just doing the things that made sense to me.
Yeah.
As far as my own personal growth and just trying to make the experience something that people haven't seen before and make it something memorable. Because you can't just do the same thing every year. You have to add and
you got to figure out ways to level
right?
up, right?
Yeah, and so the best way to do that isn't by comparing and contrasting with other people. You have to compare and contrast with yourself.
Yeah.
I guess.
When you were first getting into it, like before you decided to do DJing, what was the pull to do that? Because I've listened to some other interviews. I know like music for yourself and like Sonny Lou has like always been around. You guys have always been fans of music.
Yeah, and you make music too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And first off, shout out Sonny Lou. I mean, he's crushing it right now. Crushing it.
Crazy.
We'll have to get him on the show sometime.
Definitely.
But it's, you know, I know music was introduced to you at a young age, but did you always want to do DJing, or was there something else, or did you get aux at a party for the first time and you were like, yo, actually I kind of like this. Let me start DJing.
It was always a hobby of mine. Like all through high school, I had like my little DJ app on my phone, and I would just like DJ the car rides basically. And it was a hobby of mine. But then college, I went to UW-Madison, and I was gonna go to law school after I graduated. So that's what I was gonna do. Yeah. But probably like my junior year is when I decided that I was gonna take DJing seriously, and after graduation, that's what I'm gonna do full time.
What were you going to school for originally?
Business.
Oh, that worked out.
Yeah,
man.
so it was marketing, and then I was gonna go to law school.
Yeah. Wow. Nice, man. I mean, and then DJing just kind of took you off your feet a little bit.
Yeah, and it works well.
Yeah, and having the marketing background, that helps too. You know, when you have some business sense about you when you're in meetings.
People always say that. People, oh yeah, marketing, it makes sense, but like the stuff that we was learning in school wasn't stuff for the music industry. You know what I mean? Like TikTok didn't even blow up until like a couple years ago. So like the stuff that we were learning in school wasn't, I don't know, it was like, how do you market this can of water? What's the target market for people that would buy this, right?
Yeah, I got a degree in marketing too. Trust me, I know. Some of that shit was like
real corporate. Music moves so fast. Like it's always cutting edge when it comes to marketing, especially with social media, TikTok, and kind of people are starting to lose the facade when it comes to the internet. They want to be not sold to, but they want to feel authentic. Yeah. And they want to connect with whoever they're.
Do you feel like maybe some of that like I feel like now with marketing, especially, it's funny that you have a degree in marketing too. Like the marketing that they were teaching you was very about the numbers. It was very, like you said, target demo.
Just dry.
Let's figure out like even it reminds me of like in the old days with like YouTube, like Facebook ads and like how to run YouTube ads and shit. And like some of that stuff is fine, but like
it can work if you're a business, right?
Yeah, like spending tons of money. But I feel like you seem to me, and this is maybe projecting, so you can correct me if I'm wrong. You seem to me like you were more probably interested in the creative element of marketing. And I think that in today's day and age, when it comes to like the art side of things, is way more important. Yeah, 100%. You gotta have ideas. You gotta have fun with it, and you gotta get creative with your marketing if you're gonna have people come out to a show or listen to a track, whatever that is.
Yeah, and like our job is fun by nature, and but so many different people are doing it, and they're doing different types of events. Till the marketing of it is kind of, that's where everything has to start, right? I feel like a lot of the people that were in the cities I was in or competing with me or whatever, right? Like, they would focus on what's happening when you get there, and we would focus on everything that happens before you get there and try and make it feel like you're missing out before you even go. It's like you see everybody talking about it. You see all the different like themes and concepts, and we kind of just bring you into this world. Yeah. And then once you get there, now we have to deliver. Yeah. And the show is the easy part. That's the fun part for us. So
what is it? How do you feel that? I feel like kind of piggybacking off of what we're talking about here, where it's like you're almost, it's less about, at least in like these kind of DJing, this kind of DJing, it's less about like specifically necessarily what songs you pick or what transitions you're doing. It's more like, how do I create an experience all together, and people got to buy into you and then your subsequently your crew. How do you feel about like celebrity DJs being as big as they are? Is that kind of a similar, because I feel like I don't want to say you're a celebrity DJ, but like you're in a similar, like almost like a parallel lane where you're like not necessarily like a regular DJ that's just like I would have at, you know, a regular bar that's just like, hey, put some stuff on for the vibe.
Right.
Like if I'm going to see a DJ Mando show, I'm going because I want to see a DJ Mando show.
Yeah.
The same way some people might want to see a Paris Hilton DJ
Right,
set.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like it's a little different.
And I think the key difference is I feel like our attention to detail is so different. Like I said, right, the marketing of the event will have different promo shoots, and they're high quality. We have concepts and themes that we really drive home. And then once you get there, you know, we put in a whole bunch of time into rehearsals, choreography. We play with the band, so it's like you have to be on point so that the band knows what they're doing. We have auto-tune. We have like not pyro, but CO2, cryo cannons, like all types of stuff, right? And so like Resonate right here, he put together a whole Disney themed party where it's like everybody who listened to all the like Disney music and Nickelodeon music and watched all those TV shows and movies. Yeah. We curated a night just for them, and it was all focused on just that type of vibe. Yeah. And it was like based on the intro was a Goofy movie, right? Yeah.
Great movie. Like, shout out the Goofy movie. That's
so
fucking awesome.
It's like bro who's like the superstar, and it was Max just dressed up as the superstar. But like, you know, there's a scene in the movie where like he pops through the projector, screen, and then he like shows up on stage. Now he actually has to start performing. Like, choreographed all of that, did all of that, put it on the visual screen. So like, you know, you go to the show knowing that it's gonna be a Disney party, and you think you're just gonna have music, but you got a visual story, and it damn near feels like a play, like a musical on stage.
It's a show. It's almost like it is almost like a musical at that point. You guys are like you're not. It's not in the same like in like a old school DJ is more so like curating like a vibe just for like, you know, kind of the background.
And they're not gonna say anything to anybody too,
and
right? Like,
and those are cool. That's cool too. It's a different thing though. What you're doing is like this is an event that you go to, and we're here to like elevate this music and this experience, which is interesting. I think it shows too, like the prep that you're talking about in the final product. At least of all the stuff that I've seen and heard, I mean, it shows, dude.
Definitely, and like, you know, another concept that we did the Vamp Anthem, which is a Playboy Cardi dedication show, and you know, we get a makeup artist come through, paint our faces up, because Playboy Cardi, he dressed up as the Joker one time for one of his shows, right? So if you're a Playboy Cardi fan, you know that look. So when we show up all looking like that, you're like, okay, that's hard. And then he has a guitarist on stage for him with Rolling Loud and stuff like that. So you see the band show up and be like, okay, cool, that's hard. Play all the extended intros rather than just the regular track. And everybody who's a fan of Cardi knows, like, the fans damn near make the music that much better because they love the music so much till they'll add their own spin to it. So we have a whole bunch of extended intros for all the tracks.
You're celebrating those things about each of those art. It's like very celebratory, your shows, it seems like. It's almost like, it reminds me of like we were kind of joking and talking off air about some of the Marvel films right before we started. And some of the big Marvel movies, especially like when you get the Avengers, you get the big crossovers. I mean, they're just full of Easter eggs. And it sounds like you're putting these little things in. It's like, hey, dude, like we're putting time, we care about this thing, and we care that you care about this thing. You're a fan of Disney movies. Here's a deep cut from the Goofy movie.
That's
Here's
what I'm saying,
that's
right?
cool.
Like, we care so much about the music and we care so much about the art. It's like, this is our lived experience, right? I'm a Playboy Cardi fan. I'm a Drake fan. I'm a Travis Scott fan. You know, Disney and Nickelodeon, like that he was locked in, right? And
what are you gonna put in this Drake one? What's something crazy you got for this Drake one? We got to make people feel like they're missing out.
A lot of what we're gonna bring through for this one. I mean, we've been doing this show every time he drops an album, I'll do the show and kind of update it. So he's got his new album coming out, and I don't think it's gonna come out before this show happens, but after his new album comes out, we're probably just gonna run it back again, do a part 2. But man, a lot of stuff. Like,
you're gonna get a sculpture made of you, ice sculpture. That would be cool.
No, we sing to the ladies a lot. It's, you know, Drake has so many different vibes. He's got a turn up vibe, and then he's got like the R&B side. So without giving too much away, like, we want the mosh pits happening. We want, you know, the guys to have fun and get the energy up. And, you know, Bubs always does some type of stage dive at a show.
Oh, absolutely. Right? That's awesome.
And they catch him every time, except I think it was like one time. it
fuck,
was
man.
once. Was
Yeah.
that
That was in
Madison,
Baltimore.
right?
Yeah. No, that was Madison.
Where they picked you up and then just dumped you.
Oh,
That-
he got dropped.
Slammed my ass.
Bro,
Oh.
nah, like he was
They
too
pile
high, like,
drived
he
him.
jumped. Well, they picked him up, right? They picked him up, lifted him, and then all of a sudden some guy just.
Oh, fuck, man.
It was damn near malicious. I'm like,
Yeah, that sounds like it was on
yeah, it was
purpose.
crazy, bro.
Well, they got too much.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? That's what I'm saying. And then, but yeah, you know, it's like at these concerts, if anybody's gonna fly, it's gonna be Bubs, and you know, he's had a good streak.
Has there ever been in like your preparation for one of these shows, or like in figuring out like stage props, or even whether it's the CO2 or whatever, has there ever been something that the like venue was like, nah, you guys can't do this? Like something that you were like, man, I really wish we could have done X.
There's definitely been moments like that. I think the biggest thing that I run into the most often is venues or clubs not expecting me to show up with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
There'll be times where we'll show up and I'll make it be known. I'll be like, all right, cool. So we got this many people
Yeah,
on our list, and this is our crew list.
sure.
And they'll be like, cool, yeah, cut that down to like 3. And I'll be like, there's 15 of us. We can't cut it down to 3 because I have two band members, like instrumentalists. We got 3 to 5 choreographers, lights, sound, opening DJs, 2 of them.
Yeah. Also, that's
photo,
why they booked
video.
you. Like
Yeah,
that's
that's what
why
I'm saying,
you're
right?
there. It's
It-
for
it-
your experience.
It blows my mind. I'm like, how do y'all see everything that's happening on stage and be like, yo, that's dope? Bring just him though, because it's like
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's just
It's not gonna
silly.
be the
Dude.
same,
That's
like-
I also think it's a little. I mean, I think it's a little disrespectful to like either they didn't do any research or they're like, yeah, but you don't need any of that other shit. It's like, dude, then you don't appreciate what
that's
I'm
what
doing
saying.
here.
Because like I said, right, our attention to detail is crazy. So if I can show up solo and play music and be like that old school DJ
Yeah.
vibe, right? Like I can set the vibe and be cool,
Yeah.
but don't tell me you want or like you love the experience or something like that. Most of the time, it's usually because of money, where it's like we want it, but we don't want to pay for it. Cool, whatever.
Yeah.
That's fine. Then we just won't do it. But like,
Yeah.
if you tell me, yeah, like, you know, cool, let's do this, and then we get there, and then it's a problem at the door, then it's like,
What are we
what
doing?
are we doing?
Yeah.
Right? And you know, DJs are cool and openers are great, but I trust the people that I got around me the most, right? Like
Yeah.
when Nate and KB are DJing before us, we know that the vibe is gonna be right. They're gonna always play the right music. And they got so many different ways it can go, right? Like KB does one of the craziest Michael Jackson impressions ever, right? So he can play the music and then go out and literally do the dances, right? So
Yeah.
it's stuff like that. And then, you know, Nate got the R&B on lock. He's got the smooth vibes on lock. The Milwaukee music, the Milwaukee vibe. All of us are from this city, so it's just like when the family is together playing the music, it's the best vibe. And if you try and change it or alter it, it might not be as good or as fun.
Yeah.
So just trust us with the vibe. That's why you hit us up in the first place.
Exactly, right? If they want you there, then let you do what you're there to do. That's interesting. Sometimes we get people like I've had some people. I will say it's been rappers mostly that will ask to do the show, and like they'll come on the show, and then I'll make a dick joke, which I do all the time. Like this show is half about jerking off, dude. I don't know if you knew that, and that's
I know
fine.
that.
That's fine if you don't
We
know
got a
that.
superstar right here.
We got a masturbator over here. That's awesome, man. I love that. We got some gooners in the house. See? We got some gooners in the house. That's okay.
She like, hell yeah.
Yep. Excellent. But that's so like, but like people will come on the show and then I'll make a joke or I'll someone whatever and they're like, yo, bro, I'm just trying to talk about the music. I'm like, well, then you decided to do the wrong show, man. I'm
literally,
sorry. Like
why'd
we're
you
gonna
ask me
have
to
fun
be
here.
here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I'm
we're
saying,
gonna
bro.
joke around.
what I'm
But I think that's just silly that people would do that. What's like a misconception that you think people have about DJs in general? Because I'm sure you know DJs
Damn.
at tons of different levels. What's a misconception you think?
Misconception about DJs.
What are people getting wrong?
Damn. I feel like I'm gonna be the first to let people know that like a DJ's ego is way too high and way too pretentious. Like I feel like a lot of DJs feel like they know everything. And this is my unpopular opinion, right? Because we got 2 DJs right here. But I feel like too many DJs feel like they know too much. And what I mean by that is a lot of DJs be stingy with requests. They don't like taking requests. They don't want to cater to people and listen to what people want to hear. And they just want to play what they want to hear. And I feel like that's the wrong approach to take.
Interesting. Yeah.
You're, in a sense, right? Like, you can be a product as a DJ where, you know, people will pay to see you.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you're at a club and people show up to the club to see you, then it'll give people this sense of like, if you don't like what I play, then leave and go to the next spot. And so a lot of DJs treat themselves like a product. And I think where I've found success is I treat it like a service where, yes, you guys are here to see me, but I'm here for y'all. So if the music I'm playing isn't working, what do y'all want to hear? And if you want to hear something specific, let me know, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of DJs don't take requests because they'll feel like, well, I'm not a jukebox, or I'm the professional, I'm the expert, so you should just shut up and listen to what my interpretation of it. But then, you know, you'll have moments where the DJ is just playing shit and nobody's vibing with it.
Yeah.
Bro. And somebody will come up to them and be like, yo, can you play some Bad Bunny? Because there's a bunch of Latinos in here, and Bad Bunny's going to be at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my God, here goes another Bad Bunny listener. Like, you know, DJs are always kind of...
It is a weird energy. It does give you the same vibes of like if you've been at like even like back in like high school or college or at a party and some dude's real weird with the aux. Yeah. Like you're like, hey man, like can you turn on the biggest song right now? And they're like, nah. They're like, oh, you listen to Drake, man? Yeah, everybody does.
Everybody.
We're at the party.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
We're fucking turning up right now.
Where the hoes at, bro? We gotta get them dancing.
Come on, man. What do we do? He's like, no, man, no. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you don't have the same taste that I have. All right,
I'm
bro.
like, bro, fuck your taste. I don't give a fuck. We trying to have fun, right?
Yeah.
And so like, I think that's the. I don't even know if like people misconstrue that, but it's more just like.
So that's almost a correct assumption on DJs sometimes.
Yeah, because like.
What is the ego thing with DJs?
You could go on social media all the time, and everybody will be venting about how DJs will cut songs off too quickly and mix in and out of songs.
Yeah.
They won't listen to what people want to hear, or they'll play a hit song, but it'll be like a remix or some other shit, and like not the original song that people loved. So it's just like, and I get it, right? Not all of it is bad.
Yeah.
By all means, get your creativity off. I'm a huge proponent of that. And I feel like, you know, we put a lot of time into searching for music, finding the right songs, finding new songs. You know, we do a lot of work as DJs to make sure the vibe is right, the event is fun, whatever. But
you gotta be adjusted.
Just be a little more open, and people know what they're talking about.
Yeah. And you got to read what the defense is giving you, right? If that's why these new quarterbacks don't know what they're fucking doing either, bro. They get to the line of scrimmage, they don't know how to read. If the blitz is coming in, you look at Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, these guys. That's a good DJ. Why? Because you're looking at what the audience wants, and I'm going, okay, I'm gonna give them what they want, as opposed to somebody who's like, oh, for my ego or because I'm scared, I'm just gonna run the play that we got called.
Right.
No, dude. If they got 8 in the box, don't run it up the middle right now. Call out of that shit.
And you know, it's a bit of a push and pull too, right? Because like I said, we do concert like. A club show is a club show. We can kind of just go in, relax, have fun, do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Concert is pre-planned, it's rehearsed.
Yeah.
So.
But people are buying tickets for 2 different things. If people buy that, then they're trusting you to do the thing that they came to see you perform.
And at the same time, too, right? We only get our reaction if we're rehearsing.
Yeah.
So if we're having fun rehearsing, that's usually a good sign that everybody else is going to have fun because the energy is contagious. We can feel it. But there's times where you think something will work or people will vibe with it, and maybe people don't know that song, or it just kind of drags. Like there's moments like that where you're not gonna know 100% what people want.
Yeah.
You'll have the gist of it for the most part, right? It might be 90%, 95, 99%.
Yeah.
There might be that one song where it's like, oh yeah, that kind of dragged. You know, you look at film later and then take it out, or listen to the setback, take it out. But you know, for those moments, you got to be able to switch and
Yeah.
do things on the fly. And there's always things that go wrong too. So
Of
it's
course,
like,
yeah.
you know,
What's something that
We could talk-
what's one of the silliest things that's gone wrong at a show? What's something that you remember that you're like, fuck?
So, I mean, technically it was Lou's fault for Halloween, yeah. So we did a Halloween show. It was the first Vamp Anthem, which was the Playboy Cardi show.
Okay.
We had our guy Harrison. He's a carpenter, so he built a coffin, put
Hell
me in
yeah.
the coffin. We wheeled me through the crowd, and everybody's looking at this big ass coffin, and all of us dressed the same way. And everybody's like, "Oh shit!" The show is starting. Everybody takes out their phone, starts recording. We get everything set up, and Sonny was DJing on my equipment for the opening set, and there was a knob that he didn't turn. So like it's called a filter, so it kind of it muddies the song.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm in a coffin, so I can't fix anything.
Yeah.
So it's on them to make sure everything's right. In their defense, I told them, play the song, don't touch anything, right?
yeah.
But I didn't think anything was going to be wrong with the setup.
Yeah.
So, Resonate goes up, presses play, he's like, yeah.
Nah,
KB's on the mic. He's like, yo, are y'all ready? Open this shit up. Open up the mosh pit. Take out your phones. Everybody's lit. Bubs and all the dancers, they over there getting in mode. Like,
Yeah.
it's Halloween. Everybody's getting freaky. Like,
Yeah.
doing crazy shit, getting the water ready to throw.
Sure. Yeah.
And then the beat drops, can't hear it. And the beat is supposed to drop, and then I pop out the coffin, and this is the intro.
Yeah.
So, and I heard it, right? I'm sitting in the coffin like a mummy and just listening to the track. I'm like, it doesn't sound right, and it needs to get fixed. So I try and like peek out of the coffin. I'm like, yo, fix it. And nobody knew what I was talking about. Nobody could hear me. The music was just loud and stuff like that. And so I had to get out the coffin, go behind the DJ booth, fix it, rewind it a little bit, and then go back and act like everything was normal.
Yeah.
Nobody noticed,
Yeah.
but we all
Yeah.
noticed, and my soul was just hurting because we all like the intro was always the first impression, and I tried to do that same type of intro the year before,
Yeah.
and it didn't work because they dropped the coffin.
Fuck. Damn, this
So it was
coffin's
like,
fucking
right,
you up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So they dropped the coffin the first year. Everything went great. The second time, the music wasn't right this year. So now,
We got it the third time. We got it.
now this time, third time's a charm. It's gonna have to happen.
Maybe we
But,
gotta switch the like dead thing you come out of. Maybe we could do like a giant urn or something, and maybe the coffin is cursed and we
A
need
giant
something
urn would be
different.
crazy.
That's crazy.
That's gonna be damn near heavier for
That would be way heavier. You know what's interesting? It's those things though. Like you notice that just shows your attention to detail, how much you care, right? Where it's like nobody else noticed that, right?
And that's something that I've had to.
You have
I've
to
had
kind of tell
really-
yourself.
Yeah, because as I've done show after show after show after show after show after show after show, it's always something.
Yeah.
I remember, I think it was 2 years ago, I had KB on at Summerfest, but there's this DJ equipment works with your laptop differently. You have to download stuff for the equipment that you're using. I thought we were gonna have one piece of equipment. We ended up having a different piece of equipment. So he didn't have what he needed for his music to work.
Oh God.
So he plugs in, it doesn't work. It was taking too much time. Same for the other opener. He plugged in, his stuff didn't work. Had to get cut because it was just like it was taking too much time, and that was your time.
Yeah.
And it was like probably like 15,000.
You were
I
sweating.
know, right?
Yeah, dude.
It
Fuck.
was like 15,000 people,
Mm-hmm.
and so this is gonna be his biggest show ever at the time.
Yeah.
And it's not working, and he's like, it's not working. I'm like, cut.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, man. I'm sorry.
I need it.
You gotta like put him
No,
down like
yeah,
a
no.
sick dog. You're like, dude, I'm
it was
sorry.
crazy, bro. It was crazy.
Damn.
And so, it's like stuff like that will happen, but it's always something. But a lot of times what I've noticed, right, is after the fact, it's not like people are going to be in my DMs complaining about the mistake, right? A lot of times people don't even know because they don't know what they just missed. Only we know what we missed.
Yeah.
And
if you do a good enough job with the rest of it, they're just gonna remember what was good. Yeah.
like for the coffin thing, like I came out the coffin, everybody started cheering, oh shit, and then I changed music and it was fine.
Yeah.
Right. But it's just you just take note of it, you know it, and then you take the steps to try and correct it, and then it'll be something else.
Yeah.
You know?
It's something to work on.
Yeah.
Something to work
if
on.
I had to choose any, it's like you never know. If the intro went right, then maybe something else goes wrong and it's way more noticeable, right?
Yeah.
So things happen, you kind of relax about it, but
It's
control
good
what you can control.
Yeah, exactly. And it's good, like you said, I think it's good to focus on some of the positive feedback too. Obviously, internally, let's look at what went wrong and we'll work on that. But overall, if people are having a good time, they're having a good time. Like you said, most people don't notice it. I had a show once where
I was about to ask if you ever done
Yeah.
live shows like with your music.
Yeah,
and
so
stuff.
I perform with a live band, and we'll do we have live 808s and stuff too, and so
Fire.
it was sick as fuck. We're doing this song, and my drummer is supposed to pull out, and it's supposed to be just my pianist on the live 808s.
Kind of like breakdown.
Yeah, like a little breakdown of the song, and he just got so carried away because that song he has like a solo in at the end of. And he got so carried away, like the signal, he knows when it's supposed to come up in the song, and I always turn and give him the same signal, and he just wasn't even looking up. He just was so
Just in
excited,
mode.
and we kept going. Nobody noticed, and afterwards, I was sitting there like, man, I'm telling my friends, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm talking to Ben, my drummer. I'm like, Ben, like, what happened, dog? He's like, I don't know, man. I'm sorry, I got carried away.
Yep.
And then like somebody overhears is like, what are you guys talking about? And we're like, nothing, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess nothing. It doesn't fucking matter.
I know another one that had just happened was we called it the I Party, which was the Disney show, and there's it was super choreography heavy.
Yeah.
And they don't have like tape for the wires to take the wires down, so they just put a carpet over it.
Oh.
And big choreo number, and then Nate just hits a spin the wrong way, just like trips on the carpet.
Yeah.
And then gets back up and just
Yeah.
right, hits his pose. But again, nobody noticed. He noticed, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting in the back watching. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, you noticed. Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah. That's crazy. What you mentioned there a little bit about like the equipment side of things. What's like if somebody who's wanted to DJ forever, maybe they haven't done it, what's the bare minimum that they need to be able to DJ equipment wise? And what would you recommend? Give me like the starter pack.
So, traditionally, you would need a laptop, and that's it.
Okay.
But you can go simpler and go off of your phone. You can also do that. The DJay app that I use on my computer started as an app on my phone. So when I first started DJing, I was just DJing off my phone.
Yeah.
Like I said, not in front of a whole bunch of people. It was just the car ride.
Yeah.
I'd be on my phone just playing music for the car ride. And then once I got my first laptop, then I looked up that app just to have something to do.
Yeah.
It was on the computer. Cool. Now I started DJing off my computer.
Wow.
And I remember I highly suggest for DJs to know how to DJ without equipment and on all the equipment, because whether you get simple or complicated, you have to know how to do all of it. I remember we did a show at the House of Blues in Urbana-Champaign with Paulie D, 1,000-person crowd, sold out. And on the first song, water spilled all over my laptop because we were throwing water, but there's a specific way to throw water so that it doesn't go backwards.
Yeah.
And the person in front of my laptop was not doing that. So they
Oh fuck, man.
dumped water all over my laptop. So laptop was cooked on the first song. So, I just shouted they have a talkback microphone so you can communicate with people. It's kind of like a walkie-talkie. Yeah. So I shouted in the talkback. I'm like, yo, tell the house to play music. Like, just play music off the house. And then I tell my other guy, go to the car, get the iPhone dongle, and bring that to me. So they plug in my phone, take the aux out of the laptop, plug it into my phone, and I start DJing off my phone. It was an hour-long set in front of 1,000 people.
Yeah.
And I had my set on my computer. I didn't have it on my phone, but you rehearse, you practice, you remember mostly of what you have to play. You know the bangers that you're supposed to play. So, I did that, and then after the show, like, it was a hit. I thought nobody noticed, but then after the show, people were like, yo, is that your thing? I'm like, what are you talking about? You DJ'd off your phone. Like, is that what, like, your thing? I'm like, hell no. It was an emergency, and I just had to make it work. But if you don't know how to
do it, then you
how
can't.
to do that, then you won't be able to like the mixes were clean, you know, at
yeah.
that point. And that is because that was all I did as a kid, was just on my phone DJing.
Yeah.
So, you know, I highly suggest learning how to DJ off your phone as an absolute last
What's a
resort.
good app? What's the app?
DJay Pro.
DJay Pro.
DJay Pro
Okay.
is the one I use. The
Excellent.
industry standard is Serato.
Yes,
I hate Serato. I think Serato is the worst DJ app.
Why do you think that?
Can use. It's just it's not even like, it's just clunky. It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
You have to do too much tech shit to it for it to work. A lot of stuff is behind a paywall.
Yeah.
And my app just looks nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it, dude. That'll probably piss some old heads off with that.
Oh,
but
yeah. You can hear the groans in
Yeah.
the background,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
No, yeah, definitely. I use DJay Pro because they were the first ones to have Spotify integration. So, like, you could DJ live streaming off of Spotify. So all your Spotify playlists would load in. You could just do that.
DJ off of that.
Eventually, Serato caught up. And then they had Apple Music integration as well. Eventually, Serato caught up. And then they had stems, which is like a big thing for the DJ community, where like you can take the percussion out or take the vocals out, and then eventually Serato caught up. Like I feel like DJay Pro has been killing shit. They're cutting edge. They're way more compatible with way more pieces of equipment, because you could DJ off your laptop, your phone, or your iPad.
Yeah.
And again, right, eventually all of these other applications follow suit, but they've always been cutting edge, and it also just looks the best. It's the easiest to use.
That's the big thing.
You know
I think for any art, like whatever it is, there's people get really weird about like a specific. In music, it's like, what DAW do you use? And they'll be like, oh, you use FL Studio.
Right.
Oh, who are you? You use BandLab. It's like, dude, there's kids making hit records
Hell
on
yeah.
BandLab with no microphone, dude.
Yep.
With no microphone.
Yep.
Who gives a
Shit,
fuck what you're using?
JP's hit, he recorded that off BandLab.
That's what I mean. It's
off
whatever
iPhone.
whatever is the easiest way for you to get your creative expression out there, and you can do it efficiently. I think that's the best way to do it. So if that's the app for you, then I feel like that's what you should be
Yeah,
using.
you know, and you know, people, like I said, right, a lot of egos and a lot of stuff, and DJs will kind of like look at you crazy, but even like, think about like a Windows computer versus a Mac computer. I feel like Mac just, it might not do more, but it looks clean, right?
Yeah.
Mac just looks better.
Sure.
And all the tech nerds will be like, oh, but a Windows computer, you can do all this extra shit. And it's like, cool. But
If I don't need that shit,
at the
I
end
got
of the
this.
day, this just looks better.
Yeah.
I just like the way it looks better.
Yeah.
That's ultimately why
I do fucking hate Apple computers, so I won't even
Nah,
lie.
you
Dude. I
tripping,
do.
bro.
No, I do
They
hate
look
them.
great,
They're
bro.
nice. They look so nice. I've used them. I had a Mac before. I can't stand when I'm trying to find files in a Mac versus
I
dude,
mean, like I
Windows
said,
is
right,
so
that's-
much better.
I don't know
So
what it
much
is about
better.
Finder, but Finder is
Finder's cracked
or
sometimes. It doesn't know what it's doing. It has no idea.
100%.
What can I do to piss a DJ off? How do we piss
Request
a
a
DJ
song.
off? Request a song.
Literally
So that's
just ask them to do their job.
yeah. They get so mad.
You know, if you ask them to play any Bad Bunny song, DJs hate Bad Bunny requests.
That's racist. I feel
I know.
like. What are we doing?
I know, right? Come on, man.
Come on.
But yeah, ask them to play a Bad Bunny song or just make any request in general. Make fun of them for the equipment that they're using.
Yeah.
Like, oh wow, you're using that. Tell them one of your relatives is also a DJ.
That's a good one.
And that you pretend like you know about DJing and just try and bluff for as long as you can, just like you know about DJing.
Yeah.
If you ask them every song, what song that they're playing, even if it's like a very popular song, just ask them.
Yeah.
Walk into an establishment at 10 o'clock and ask them to play absolute bangers from the jump.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit you can do. You just tell them this music sucks. Like, you know, anything you do, they'll probably get mad at it. Their egos are fragile.
Sure. I mean, some of those are valid things to be annoyed about.
Yeah,
though.
of course,
For some of those, a couple of those are annoyed. What's like? So we kind of talked a little bit. You mentioned it earlier with like the
Wait,
the
hold
egos.
on. I'm curious about what they think. What would piss y'all off?
What
as
would piss
DJs?
you off
Like,
as
what
a
pisses
DJ?
you guys off? Oh yeah,
people touching.
If
the
you
shit.
touch the DJ's equipment, for sure, 100% valid. Like, it's nothing worse than when like a drunk white woman just walk up to you. Can I do the wicka wicka? And then she
Oh
just
my
does
God.
it. Like,
Yeah.
bro, cut.
Yeah.
Cut. What's up? Huh? Bubs does do that. What else?
I was gonna say people that aren't supposed to be like with your crew that's behind you.
Oh my God, the groupies, and not even like guys can be groupies too, right?
Sure.
It be dudes that like, you know, the DJs get comped bottles, right? Or we get a section, and all of a sudden everybody just starts showing up. Or, you know, people always hit you up, yo, can I get backstage? I know I haven't seen you all year, haven't been to any of your shows, but you're doing this show with this artist that I love and I want backstage. And me be like, no, that's where people are working at. Like, you can't just, people think that you can just go backstage or just get on stage and just walk up to the artist as they're performing and just start taking selfies and shit. Like, it just,
it's a job, man. Take this seriously.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's a fun job, but I don't know what people be thinking that just like they can just do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I wonder, it is interesting. Like, people, DJs are, it's one of those unique professions where I feel like everybody thinks that they can do it, and I think the celebrities, you know, have played into that a little bit too. That maybe makes people think, oh, I can do it too. If Paris Hilton can do it, then I can do it. So and the equipment has become much more accessible. So everybody thinks they can do it, but at the same time, then when a DJ is DJing, like you said, everybody just swarms. It's like the groupies thing that we're boosting their ego almost to the point where it's like everybody
wants to be seen.
Yeah,
basically. And if you're around the DJ, then chances are you'll be seen and you'll get the perks of like free alcohol and skip the line, or, you know, that type of stuff. There's always going to be somebody that's like, you'll be it'll be 12:30, right? Mid DJ set, and they'll call you up and, hey, can you get me from the line? No.
Yeah.
Like, or
crazy.
You know, I mean, you can't even really answer the phone if you DJing for real.
Yeah.
Like, you know, people will call you up and then just start sending the text. You'll read it after the fact. Be like, yo, can you get me from the line? Yo, can you, fuck you for not, like, it's cold outside.
Have you ever had to like bounce somebody from backstage or bounce somebody from a section? Oh, one of these guys acting up?
Hell yeah. We've had to. So, I mean, bro, like I said, right, there's always going to be somebody that's a little too drunk. There's always going to be somebody that you don't really know.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes there's a girl that likes you, and then there's another girl that likes you, and you can't have them be in the same place. Like, you know, it's
yeah.
There's all types of stuff that can happen. You know what I mean? So, yes, we've had to definitely bounce people. There's
How do you go about that?
I'm trying to think of like some stories.
Yeah. Is there like a specific like what's like the word? Do you have to get like a bouncer to literally take them out, or is it like a hey, get out of here, like we're not fucking with it?
There's two different situations, right? There's concerts and then there's clubs. Clubs, you're a little more accessible because there might not be security blocking people from getting to the DJ booth. At a concert is a lot easier. Like, people can't just go up and talk to you, and if they do, they will get tackled by security. And there's barricades and stuff like that. But like, clubs is where you're more accessible. So if it's an issue like that, you can get bouncers to get people gone. Otherwise, you know, we just, as a crew, there's so many of us anyways, till there's not usually enough room for people to be up there anyways. Because like I said, minimum is going to be like 5 to 10 of us. Yeah. Max, it'll be 20, 30, damn near, like for...
What's the most people you had on stage?
On stage was probably Summerfest last year, and that was like... damn near like 40 people.
Jesus Christ, dude.
But it's a big stage.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of moving parts, especially for like the bigger shows. I got my crew, and then the opener might have their crew for like a bigger show where it's like, okay, now the opener has the opening DJ. Maybe they'll bring an artist that they rock with to pop out. Then they got photo, video, and maybe like their girlfriend or some shit, because it's a big deal for them. Yeah. So like, yeah, you crew can stack up quick. You can get a lot of people there quick. But I'm trying to think, do y'all have any, like, when's the last time we had to kick somebody out? Or, like, they was acting up? Friday was Timbuktu? Yeah, oh, yeah.
So some girls came up on stage.
Okay, so we was at a club on Friday, and Nate played a twerk song or something, banger. I think it was like Freako or something. And these two girls just literally just one-stepped the stage and the barricade, jumped up and just started twerking, which is cool, but all the cables to the equipment is on the table, and they're leaning on the table, and the table's on wheels, and the wheels weren't locked. Yeah. So they, like, we have no problem with somebody, like, with taste.
In theory,
jumping on,
maybe.
right, getting on stage, getting a quick moment real quick, and then, you know, all right, cool. But they jump on the stage, twerk, leaning on the table, pushing the table, so like the table starts coming towards us, and they got their hands all over the
Oh, man.
the wires, so like stuff can get unplugged, the music
Yeah.
can cut out, instant, yeah.
On the DJ table.
Putting
Drinks on the DJ table.
Oh.
That's rule number one. If you want to piss off a DJ, put any type of drink near their electronics. They'll get pissed.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Hold it over.
Yeah. Like, hey, can you play the? You know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So yeah. But yeah, so like the table was moving. They're about to unplug all this stuff, and they're trying to have fun and have their moment. Cool, but once it gets in the way of our art, and once it gets in the way of the vibe of the night, cutting off music is like the biggest vibe kill.
Yeah.
ever, right. So once you do that, you instantly we just get on people's ass like,
You
yo,
have to.
relax.
So did you guys kick? Did
We
security
didn't kick
bounce?
them out.
these?
We just get off the stage now,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they did.
Oh, that's good.
Chicago.
Oh my
Chicago.
God, bro!
What
The
happened in
Chicago
Chicago?
show? It was like it was a show that we did in Chicago that was real just disorganized. I feel like the promoter didn't really. The promoter, the reason why he got into nightlife and throwing shows and parties is like so he could get bottles and get girls, right? Not really
The
caring
ego
about-
shit.
Yeah, exactly, right? He just wants to be the cool guy, and a lot of people go to the shows, and he's getting paid, dope, but he just, you could tell just way too drunk, or high, or both, and just doing shit that doesn't make sense. Like you book us because you know our vibe and you trust our vibe. We have a show fully curated, and we need space to do it right because we brought it was
15.
three dancers plus the band plus me, and no, it was 5 because they didn't have to DJ, but they were like part of the choreo and the vibe. So it was 5 dancers plus me and the band. So that's 8 of us on stage already without photo and video. So photo video added 10, and then he's just like trying to introduce people to us while we're doing our shit because
Whoa.
we're giving a full-on concert at this point. Like everybody's locked in, and then he's just like stumbling through, hey bro, like meet these girls. And I'm just like, bro, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
And then just like what else was he doing? Like a bunch of crazy shit, dog.
Girls were
he had
dancing
his
while we were on stage.
Girl, yeah, okay, yeah. He had like booked some go-go dancers that I told him, I was like, yo, do that for the openers because we have our own dancers. We don't need any other dancers on our stage. But he was just like, no, bro, it'd be lit, and just send them out there, and there's just like girls dancing on the stage.
You also
That-
didn't prepare the stage for us.
Yeah, the stage wasn't prepared for us. Decorations that were on stage that had to get taken down, and just like a bunch of bullshit, man, you know. I
Just
mean, like-
poorly ran. Yeah.
yeah, and it happens, right? Like if we're ever not in control, and
Yeah, but
There's-
that's
there's-
whack, man. I was a stagehand and a stage manager for
Oh,
a
word.
bit too. So
okay,
like,
so you know how it goes.
I know how it goes. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
whack,
yeah.
man.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Like-
Like if you're DIY, you never really know what type of a situation you're going into if you're not fully in control
Mhm.
of production and the stage and just the experience in general, right? Like
Yeah.
anytime our shows will technically, from time to time, right, they'll be DIY where we just rent a venue. There's nothing in the venue. We have to bring all the sound, bring all the
Mhm.
lights, bring the security, bring everything, right, and build it from the ground up. But our DIY, because we pay attention to detail and we care about it so much, is a different level of quality
Yeah.
versus somebody else's DIY.
When you probably have it's almost like, even though it's more work up front, you're probably a little bit more at ease closer to the show because you're like, I know everything's taken care of because it was
Hell yeah.
us that did it.
Yeah.
Not like I don't have to hope that this random
And-
promoter did it.
Yeah, exactly, right? And at every channel, right, it's all of our people where it's like, okay, I got people at the door running guest lists. I got people at the door that I trust taking money.
Yeah.
I got people at the door who are organized enough to handle a coat check in the wintertime with 500 people outside.
Yeah.
We got, if I need to go run something, I got DJs that I can trust with the vibe and the music so they can run that. I got hosts and MCs that can talk on the mic and make everybody feel welcome. I got dancers that can handle that. I got bottle girls that can serve the VIP. And all of that can happen. And then we got, security guards that can keep the line intact, keep everybody safe inside. So from the ground up to the smallest level up to the highest level. We can bring in staff that knows what the fuck they're doing
Yeah.
to make everything sound good, look good, be good. And when you go into a situation where you're not in control of those things, you know, if you're at a venue like the Rave, right? They know what they're doing. They're pro, they're good. Same with like the Miramar Theater. They're pro, they're good. Like different venues and spots already have their staff in place, so they know what they're doing. If you go to a spot where it's that same type of situation where somebody else has to build it from the ground up,
Mm-hmm.
that's where shit usually gets messy, where it's
Yeah.
like, damn, bro, like the sound didn't work for the first half of the, not even half, like first probably like 5-10 minutes of the set because their sound guy didn't know what to do, all this type of shit,
Yeah.
right? And it's just like, it takes away from the show, it makes it clumsy, and it sucks, and we try and avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, it is. It's like so much easier to trust what's going to happen when you know it's your people. I think in general. What's like the weirdest event that you've ever been booked for? Either you took or somebody maybe was trying to book you for that you didn't take. What's like the weirdest thing where you're like, this is crazy?
Damn. I DJ'd
Something came into mind. Whoa.
I DJ'd a repass for a funeral one time.
A what? What is that?
It's like I DJ. It's basically like you have a funeral,
Yeah,
and then you have like
a rave.
like damn near. It's like you have like all the family get together and you know they'll have like food to kind of just like
I wish
For
I
the
had a
family to
phone.
just-
I wish I haven't had a phone to call you up, chick. Like that
Yeah.
girl. Like that's. Whoa.
So yeah, I DJ'd a repass at a funeral. That was crazy.
Whoa, man. What do you play? You did. Who gets to call? Who gets to make that call
Bro,
on the
I mean-
playlist? Because
I
I would be
mean-
pissed if you played some whack shit after I was dead. I would haunt you.
playing like exclusively artists that have passed.
Yeah, yeah. Only dead artists. Oh God, that'd be great.
Damn. Bro.
Wow. So
yeah.
funeral. I mean, that's pretty great.
Yeah, that was up there. I've never done that before or after.
Wow.
Um,
Hopefully that paid good.
hell yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, you gotta pay me good to do that. too.
Hell
That's-
yeah, and you get the food was banging too. They gave me free
Funeral
plate.
food. We had actually had a guy on here like a couple months ago that owns a funeral home, and funeral home is banging. Yeah, so I'll set you up.
What was that like?
It's awesome. He's actually super cool dude. Jeff Kletchka, Kletchka Funeral Homes.
I feel like
Shout 'em out.
you have to be just a very specific type of person to run a funeral home.
Dude,
and
yeah.
be okay with dead bodies.
Yeah, dude. No, he was like he did the embalming too, like when you get the bodies ready. I was like, what do you do during that? He's like, you
Bro,
turn
you
on
just-
some music and you just vibe. He's like, I love it.
Just bag up all the organs and just
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Jesus.
Dude, no, he loves it. He was like, yeah, dude. He said he
crazy,
plays
bro.
Metallica and he just vibes out.
I
And I'm
mean,
like,
yeah,
shit,
hey,
okay.
You know.
Respect it.
Damn,
So,
I
funeral.
know there's been some other weird.
No, people have been like, hey, man,
events.
I got this show I want you to do. And you show up and it's like their basement and it's like two guys.
I mean, we've had shows that are dead. We've had dead shows where like, I remember we did
Oh, shit's breaking. We're haunted out here. I saw a guy on TikTok the other day who booked a magician. He said it was for a party and it was
Yeah.
just for him. Just him in
That's
his living
funny
room.
as hell, bro. I'd be
What would you do
pissed.
if you showed up and it was like just my house? It was just me.
I'd be like, hey, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you trying to kidnap me?
I
or
got
something,
candles
bro. Like,
lit too. I'm
yeah,
like,
I'd be
yo,
hey,
play some
bro.
shit, man.
Yeah, play some R&B, man.
Yeah.
I need a sultry night to myself. Like, bro, hey,
Yeah.
what you got going on?
Yeah.
No, I remember we did a Star Wars themed show on May 4th.
Okay.
May the 4th.
Sounds cool.
Concept was super fire. We had costumes. Everything was super well thought out. But it was during finals week, I think. So it was 6 people, like 6 tickets, 6 people in the crowd. And with the college crowd, right, we never let low numbers scare us because all of the tickets will sell damn near in the last 2 days, right? The day
Yeah.
of and the day before. So, I looked the night before. I was like, all right, cool. Like 6 tickets sold. Yeah, that'll pick up to like at least bare minimum 150.
Yeah.
Did not.
Wow.
And so, we had this big, super long, drawn out intro of like, the Star Wars theme music and a scroll, wrote a whole script for that.
Yeah.
And then, this long intro and a bunch of sound design. And then we have this like space launch countdown because it was Star Wars 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we run out, 6 people in the crowd. And the 6 of them was like,
Yeah.
Sick, bro.
Nice,
Like
man.
they
Oh.
like they stayed the whole time and it was lit like for them. But we're just when we're making it, we're envisioning all these people,
Yeah.
right? And that's we always build the show for like it's gonna be 5,000 people there, right?
Mhm.
And then when it's not, you still just gotta do the show.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be, and
Wow.
that same type of thing kind of happened for Nate at the iParty, where it's like there was a bunch of tickets sold, but they all showed up late.
Mm.
So when the intro happened, it wasn't packed like how it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But then everybody showed up, and then it was cool, right? But when moments like that happen, you can't really fold. You just fall back on the rehearsal and the training of it, because we've been performing for days or for weeks or for months in front of nobody,
Mm-hmm.
where it was just us dancing, having fun. At the end of the day, if we can have fun, that's all that matters, right? So
Yeah.
you just have fun until people show up, or if nobody shows up, then say, hey, appreciate y'all for showing up. Because whether it's 6 people or 60,000, right, we gonna still give them the same show.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
that's
what we
fun,
did for
man.
them.
6 people. I bet those 6 people they probably loved it, man. And they're probably
yeah,
never
'cause-
going to forget that.
Right. You know, like a lot of artists, you know, Instagram is a highlight reel, and a lot of artists don't want to accept or admit that there's going to be shows that are dead. There's going to be times that don't go your way. And music and popularity and fame is very cyclical. There's going to be times where you're hot and then times that you go cold, and you just have to be okay with that. That's just part of it.
Yeah.
Because the ones that last are the ones that can beat those times
Yeah.
with hard work.
And you got to enjoy doing it, right? Like
Yeah,
you enjoy,
you know,
like you said, you guys enjoy
I
the
would do it
rehearsals
for free, right?
Yeah.
You
So it's
know,
like you're
and-
just
and-
rehearsing then at that point. We're just getting better. Even if there's only 6 people here, it's like, oh, it's like we did it at home and we had a couple friends watching us. That's
yeah,
it.
exactly, right? And so like a lot of times artists will see something like that happen and fold, where they'll either cancel the show or they'll get there and just like, I'm not going out, right? I've DJ'd for artists where their egos are just damaged by the lack of appreciation and response. And they just won't go out. But I'm like, yo, bro, Drake got booed off stage at Camp Flog Gnaw,
Yeah.
right? Like, if Drake can get booed off stage in front of a sold out crowd, then it's like everybody can get booed off
Yeah.
stage at any time. Or there's going to be times like Travis Scott. He had that footage of like 50 people in his crowd, and now he's rocking 50,000. You know, you just have to be okay with it. So when we see those 6 people, it's like, all right, yeah, we feel a little dumb, we feel a little goofy, right? But at the end of the day, we just hanging out now. So we'll just go out in the crowd and be like, we watched the outro of the show, which is like a big visual ending to like feel good about Star Wars and shit, and we just
watched it with them.
We just
Yeah.
went in the crowd and we just
Fuck
kick
yeah,
in.
man.
You know, you just hang out with them at the end of the day, because it's like, bro, these people fuck with you, so you got to make them
Yeah.
tell people about you. So that's what we do.
What you mentioned DJing for artists in there. What is it like when you're DJing for an artist's show? Like a big artist is coming through town and they're like, yo, I want DJ Mando to be my opener or be my DJ and do sound for me or whatever.
Yeah, it's different, and you just, in order to know how to lead, you have to know how to follow. So, you know, you got to be able to join a team and be okay with taking a back seat to help elevate somebody else.
Yeah.
And it's their show right now, and you just a part of it, right? It's kind of, I mean, it's really easy. You just kind of, I know what it's like, and we all know what it's like in our own way to run something that's fully in control. Like, we're fully in control of it, and we have all these things that we need to do. We got to set up, like I said, all these different things.
Yeah.
So when all I have to do is just show up and do what you need me to do, or you just tell me what you need, cool, we can handle it, right?
Yeah.
The only time it gets tough is when people are like indecisive, or just like, there's artists that just aren't wavy to be around. Like, they're not cool people, so they'll just, you know,
You're running some
just try and-
divas?
hell yeah, try and bully you about some shit, or
What do they
you know,
bully you about? What's something
I
that
mean,
you got
like,
into it with?
I
maybe?
remember I was on tour going through Australia, and it was a dope experience. I loved being on tour, but the guy just didn't really know show etiquette and what the role of a sound check was, or like what the personnel was supposed to do. So like, you know, he's given a direction to the lighting guy, and if you know about lights, you know you have to program lights a very specific way. So he's like, yo, I want the lights to be red and the lights are white. And then, you know, he's programming through the lights. So like the lights move a little bit, lights turn green and then purple and then blue. He's just doing his programming shit, just kind of locked in. And then like while we're sound checking, he's like, yo, I need these fucking lights to be red. What the fuck are you doing? It's not that hard. And I'm just like, yo, don't worry, bro. He just keep on doing your thing, brother.
He's
like,
got a $20,000
good.
DMX board that he needs to program,
You know
man.
what I
Give
mean?
him 5 minutes. Like,
and
what are we doing?
I'm like, yeah, exactly, right? So
Yeah.
I'm like, don't worry, brother. Hey, you keep on doing your thing, right? And he got pissed that I said that. He was like, bro, you can't ever like. It was like, you got to have my back in that situation. And I'm like, you don't even know that you were fucking up and kind of making yourself look dumb.
Yeah.
I was trying to smooth that situation out and say, don't worry about it. Keep on doing what you're doing. Keep programming your lights, because if you don't, then we're not going to have no lights.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just like, it comes with experience, but dealing with that type of shit gets frustrating.
I'm sure. Yeah. Especially, it's interesting too. Like when you're coming from, like you said, you like leading and then being, when you're having to help lift something up, wearing those two different hats. Like, you know what it's like to have to make all those decisions and have to be in charge of people, and you know what it's like to be a good leader. So then when you see somebody who's like making an ass of themselves, you're like, hey, bro. Like, I'm just trying to help you not look like a fucking idiot right now. And actually, I do have your back. If you actually thought about this, I do have your back.
Yeah, and like, you know, we're sound checking, and it's like I'm finding like the heaviest bass songs I can find, like to make sure that the bass is good, make sure the mics don't feedback, and doing all this stuff. And you know, you just kind of like would just like wave it off and belittle what I was doing. I was like, shit, cool.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Right? But then when shit starts sounding wrong, and, you know, why does this track sound weird? Yo, like, fix the track, yelling at me, or fix this track, yelling at the sound guy.
Dude,
like,
I was
that's
trying
what
to
we
at
were trying
sound
to
check.
do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, you'll come across people like that every little once in a while, but
That's fair. What this is something I've been seeing on TikTok a lot recently, and it's something I wanted to ask, is we got a DJ in the house. What's up with DJing for high schoolers and playing the freakiest shit? Because when I was growing up, it's the thing is, I wanted it, right? When I was there, I was like, fuck yeah, play that shit. But now I think back on it, right? I'm like, whoa, that was like a 30-year-old man playing shit to get the 14-year-olds wet. What are we doing, man? This is some Epstein Island shit.
It's funny, right? Because so we do a lot of.
You've done some high school ones?
Yeah. Like high school is actually a huge part of our business. Like,
I'm sure.
You know, homecoming and prom. We damn near create like a pipeline, right? So like these kids like grow up with us almost, where, you know, 14 to 18-year-old kids, homecoming and prom. And then once you get to college, we got 18 plus nights where you can feel like you're in a club, or we got concerts where you can just go to the concert and get the lit experience. Then once you turn 21, we got the club experience for you, and we got VIP and bottle service, all that, right? What's different about, I wouldn't even say different per se, but like the internet has made everything so accessible till, you know, you'll have, when we're at these homecomings, right? We know what the kids fuck with, but like they'll run up to you and be like, yo, play Get It Sexy by Sexy Red, right? And they know that song, they will scream those lyrics. Or, you know, Mo Bamba, fuck, shit, bitch. Like 14-year-old kids just screaming that shit, right?
Yeah.
That's what they want to hear. As long as you play the music clean, then the school really isn't going to complain about it.
Yeah.
Because if the music's clean and they're just singing it, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Right?
It just does crack me up when I think back to like them playing Red Nose when I'm in like 8th grade and Gas Pedal. And I'm like, whoa, dude. Like now looking back, I'm like, and those are dope songs. I love it, man.
Now they got WAP by Cardi B.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? Like there's some,
yeah, dude.
And you know, it'll vary from like school to school. Like there'll be some schools where I think we played First Day Out by T Grizzly. Or I didn't play it. A lot of homecomings happen on the same day, so it'll be like I'll be at this homecoming, I'll send another DJ to this homecoming, another DJ to that homecoming. One of the schools had emailed me like, yo, we really were unhappy with the DJ. I was like, so what happened? He was like, the music was just so explicit. And I was talking to him. I was like, show me your set list, right? And he has all, you know, you can look back on what you played, all clean music. I'm listening to it, and all the music was clean, but it was just the fact that the school was so conservative that, like, even though the music was clean and there was no cuss words in the music, the students filling in the blanks was what the school had a problem with. We can't really do anything about that unless you just want us to play a bunch of whack shit. You know what I mean?
We're
Like,
gonna play the Cupid Shuffle 12
right.
times.
Like, we could do that. We can, you know.
That's just banned from. That's what. Okay, if let's say you're getting married tomorrow, and you're gonna let one of these guys DJ it. What's a song that 100% cannot be on that list?
No R. Kelly.
No R. Kelly.
No R. Kelly.
Why? I mean, I know why. For me, for you.
We ain't stepping in the name of shit, right? Like,
there you go. There you go.
Yeah, no, R. Kelly. No, we can't play R. Kelly, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't
See,
do
I
it.
don't want that. Like,
I feel like, like, right? You were talking about, like, yo, why are these, like, old ass people playing this freaky ass music?
Yeah.
This nigga R. Kelly, bro.
Yeah, dude.
He was like actually singing about this shit.
Yeah. Have you seen the clip of him on stage where he's like, "Do you have your passport? Did you have your shots?"
Yeah.
It's insane.
Multiple, bro.
Yo.
Multiple. He was on stage. He was
Trying to
doing
get
shit.
little girls.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Do you have your passport?
Yeah, dude, that's
Crazy.
iconic. clip,
And then
though.
if you actually listen to it, right, with the context of all his convictions and where he's at right now, right? I always bring this up to anybody who's an R. Kelly cape, right? Like, I'm just like, sit and think about this shit, bro. The opening line was, "My mind is telling me no, but my body's telling me yes."
Yeah, man.
Brother.
Yeah, he was admitting
What are
to
we
it. He
doing?
was telling us. It's that Key and Peele skit.
Yeah, he wrote he wrote Aaliyah's music. Age ain't nothing but a number. Brother.
Yeah. Yep.
Brother. No R. Kelly in my shit. Hell no.
Have you seen that Key and Peele skit, dude? Where he's literally, I forget. He's like, his name's Gun Rack. He's like the rapper, and he's rapping about murdering some guy on the day of. And they're like, really? You did? It's like, I mean,
He's
it's
like,
the
no,
YNW
this is my
Melly
alibi.
situation.
Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah,
bro.
he's like, no, this is my alibi. I'm gonna tell him it's not, but it is. And he's like, dude, I feel like this. He's like, you can't use it. You can't use it against me, man.
Yeah, man. And like, you know, if you remove the art from the artist, right? Like, growing up as a kid, like, Ignition was on the radio, fire ass song, you know?
Yeah.
Bump and Grind, always got the parties lit. Step in the Name of Love, wedding classic, right? But once you there's certain things I feel like you just can't remove the art from the artist, especially when they're referring to it in the art.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I 100% agree with this. Yeah.
And the genius about songwriting is you can write something that is personal to you, but you make it relate to everybody else, right? That's why, you know, songwriters can write music for a woman being a man. You can write music for the club being sober and being a homebody, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, that's what's crazy about it. And that's why people, like, he made good music, but once you know what the music is about, you can't co-sign
Yeah,
that,
that's nasty,
right?
yeah.
And you know, like, for other people too, right? There are some people that will just never forgive Chris Brown for beating up Rihanna.
Yeah.
They just draw the line at that point where it's like, if you beat on women, then I'm not listening to your music, and that's just that.
Yeah, he keeps beating on women too, man. He gotta chill. He's gotta relax with that, man.
Oh
I
my
mean, maybe
God,
we
bro.
could have forgave you one time, but dude, I mean, she forgave him the first time, but I don't know how many more people he's.
Right, that's what I'm saying, right? And so,
got a
like,
problem.
so when it comes to the type of shit R. Kelly was doing, that's where I draw the line. Like, I don't want anything to do.
And at least
with
Chris
that
Brown
type of
doesn't
shit.
come out singing about
Yeah,
throwing
he's like,
left
oh,
hooks.
Yeah, exactly, on women, right?
Yeah,
Like,
could you
that'd be
imagine if
crazy.
that's what was in the
That'd be
music?
crazy.
It's like with Ye, right? Where like I don't fuck with Ye in the last however many years, but it's like it's impossible. There's a lot of people that are like, we'll separate the art from the artist. It's like, dude, at a certain point when he
That's what
starts
I'm saying.
rapping about being a Nazi, I can't.
That's what I'm saying, right? I didn't even.
He's
I
putting
didn't
it in the music.
I didn't even know I had to draw that line until Kanye started making swastika merch and shit like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, I'm never fucking with Kanye. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just not.
Yeah.
You know, and that's
And it sucks because you're like, dude, like he made some great music.
And anytime it comes on, I'll be like, yeah, that's cool, but I'm not fuck with that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't.
Like if someone else plays it in the club, I'm like, hell yes, I can get that hit. But otherwise, I'm not playing it. You know what I mean?
Shit,
I'm not allowed to listen
bro,
to it.
even if somebody else played it in the club, bro, it's so many motherfuckers be at R&B Tuesday or some shit, and then they put on R. Kelly. I'll be like, man, fuck that shit. I'm no longer having fun.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
fair.
bro, yeah. Like,
That's fair.
know.
What Okay, so like we were talking like craziest thing that you've maybe been booked for. What's like for $1 million, right? If someone was going to
I
book
like
you,
where this is
all
going.
right, $1 million for you to do a set on Epstein's Island.
Hell no. We just talked about that.
The
Hell
youth, the
no.
youth is there.
Nah.
They got
Bro, I'm
the
finna leave,
audience
bro.
is there,
I'm
man.
gone.
That's
Hell
I mean, they
no.
probably they would
No.
pay well though, I imagine. You
It
know?
don't matter. There's certain, you got to be able to stand on some business, right? Because if all you gonna do, if you gonna fold for money, then you'll fold for anything.
That's good.
Can't do that shit.
That's
Hell
good.
No.
What's like the craziest amount you've turned down for a show? If there's been a crazy or a situation that you turned down that you're like, yeah, I'm happy we turned that down.
There, I mean, there hasn't been like moments where we gotta like stand on morals or turn anything
Oh, okay,
down,
yeah.
you know what
You're
I'm
not
saying?
doing
Like,
any shows for Netanyahu or going over to the
Yeah, like,
Saudis, nothing like
there's,
that.
there's no like, there hasn't been any crazy like situations like that.
Mm.
But as far as like, I think I walked away from the Milwaukee Bucks because I used to MC for the
Yeah.
Bucks, and that was super fire. Doing it, I loved the job. It was a lot of fun, but it was the lowest paying that I had by far out of all the different accounts that I had, right?
Yeah.
So I worked with the Bucks as the MC. I worked with the Badgers as their arena and stadium DJ for men and women's basketball and football. So I was like the guy playing jump around.
Yeah.
And then I worked with the Packers for their pregame concerts. So I had all these sports accounts, and then high school homecoming and prom from in the fall and in the spring, and then clubs Friday, Saturday, concerts on Thursdays, and then a bunch of other stuff in between.
Wow.
So the schedule was just insane, right? And I had too much stuff on my plate. Not too much on my plate, but there was very little time and little room for error on anything, whether it was scheduling or photo shoots, video shoots. If somebody couldn't do something on a certain day, then that'd be the only day, and then shit's cooked.
Yeah.
So I had to free up time in my schedule, and I signed with a booking agency, so there's a lot more travel that was going to be happening. And when we looked at the accounts, like some of the shows that we were turning down to be available for Bucks games, I mean, it was racking up, right?
Yeah.
Like we were turning down some like $3,000 to $5,000 shows and not getting anywhere near that number working with the Bucks. And like I said, the job was super fun.
Yeah, it's got to be fulfilling.
And you get paid in intangibles too, right? Like they have exhibition games overseas, so you get free trips to travel. We went to Dubai. Dubai was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And so you'd get, All-Star Weekend, you would get things like that and be able to participate in that and be around a lot of different celebrities and introduce
Probably
different
networking
artists.
probably
Yeah,
good,
you
too.
know what I mean?
Awesome.
Like super dope stuff, but the payment just wasn't. It was low enough to it wasn't even realistic to try to negotiate to be like, yo, can you match what the Badgers are paying or what the Packers are paying, because it was that much lower.
Yeah.
So, if I had clones and I could go do everything all at the same time, problem solved.
Yeah, yeah.
But I had to pick one, and they got picked because it was just like had too much on the plate. We had to free up 41 games worth of dates, right? Like,
Yeah.
So, but it was super dope.
What's like one of the any stories from your time with the Bucks that you're like, wow, that was kind of crazy. I got to do that.
Dubai, for sure. We
Yeah.
had exhibition games in Dubai, so I was out there for 10 days. Wow. And, the moment that we found out the dates that we were going to be there, we started emailing all the clubs and all the hotels and stuff that was out there to try and get booked. And at the time, so this was probably like 2023. And, Dubai is known for money, right? So we're shooting off absolutely crazy offers, right? And we're telling them, like, there's one club, we're like, all right, we usually do this for $30,000, but for y'all, we'll do it for 15. They're like, done. Yeah, let's do it.
Oh my God.
15 racks for an hour-long show.
Yeah.
Chilling,
Jesus. Yeah.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Absolutely insane. And so we're geeked. And so, we negotiated, all right, since we discounted $15,000 off the booking price, fly us out, sit us in the hotel, and give us cars to drive for the week so that we have a way to get around, because we're here on Bucks business and we're going to bring NBA players to your events. because they rock with me and I'm the host, all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Juicing it up. So we had a hotel for 10 days in Abu Dhabi and then a hotel for 10 days in Dubai. They were about an hour apart. The club that we got booked at was in Dubai. All the basketball games were in Abu Dhabi. So fly in, first day, you know, they introduce us and show us to the hotel room. They made a custom cake shaped like a DJ controller.
Oh, that's
that with an arrangement of fruit and then a champagne bottle and said, "Welcome to Dubai." I was
wow.
like, shit.
We're starting off well.
Yeah, starting off great. Then they take us down. They're like, okay, so we need you to pick out which car you're going to drive for the week. As long as you post about it and tell people to rent cars from us, you don't have to pay for it. Cool. They take me to the lot. G-Wagon, Audi, Rolls Royce, Bentley, Lambo, whatever, right? Any supercar you wanted, damn near besides a Bugatti.
Damn.
And so they're like, just pick any car you want. I was like, what about the space gray drop top Lambo? Done, right? Had it pulled up in 5 minutes.
To do an Instagram story?
Right, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Get
I'm
the
like,
fuck out of here.
And I like, you know, I look at I think it was my videographer at the time. Like, I said it, you know, real matter of fact, you know, like, yeah, we'd like the Lambo, please. And they're like, yeah, done. We'll have it in a second. I look at them. I was like, oh shit, bro, we're lit.
You're taking shots from half court. They're going in, man.
Bro, and they pull up, and you know, you get in the car. Nothing is where it's supposed to be because, like, you know, you have muscle memory, right? Your blinkers over here, your windshield wipers are right here, your shifter is right here. None of that shit. Like, everything was just like buttons in a spaceship. So like your turn signal is on the steering wheel. You got paddle shifters. The way you take it out of park and put it in drive is like in a completely different place. I'm way too tall for the car, so you know, you get in the car, and I'm just like bumping my head on the top of it. So I'm looking at them, I'm like, how do we put the top down? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're like, help me do
I needed
this.
like a little orientation for like 5 minutes, and you know, there's people stacking up behind me trying to leave the lot and shit. I'm just looking, making sure I don't break nothing, figure it out, you know, try and, you know, fire it up, right?
Oh god,
It's a Lamborghini, right? 2020, I think it was like a 2022 Huracan or something like that.
Jesus Christ.
Vicious. And I tried to drive off slowly, you know, because I'm like, I don't even know how strong this shit is, right? So I like ease on the gas. It kind of like lurches forward a little bit, and then the whole city is like a highway. So once I hit the highway, I just start flying, bro.
Yeah.
The car sounded great, beautiful, very uncomfortable, but I'm in a Lamborghini, so I don't give a fuck, right? And they don't have no police out there, like no street police. So all they have is traffic cameras. Anytime you see a flash, that means you got a ticket for going too fast.
Okay.
I didn't know that, right? They just gave me the keys to the car and said, have fun.
Yeah.
So I'm absolutely flying and just psh, 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 right? Like just cameras flashing everywhere. I'm like, oh yeah, no, we're lit, bro. Everybody's, you know, taking our pictures and shit like
You're
that.
like, yeah, the paparazzi's
You know
on
what I'm
us,
saying,
man.
right? Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I'm saying,
God.
right? And then, you know, I get a text mid-drive. They're like, buddy, slow down. I'm like, how do you even know? He's like, you got too many tickets. We just racked up 7 tickets in the first hour or something like that. Like, and each ticket cost $500.
Damn.
So I was like, oh shit. Like,
Yeah.
the money that it might have cost to like rent whatever car for the week probably just got used up in the first hour from paying tickets.
Yeah.
But so, you know, we're driving the Lambo around for a couple of days, and then my manager flies in. The Lambo's a 2-seater, so we need a bigger car. So I drive back. I was like, I don't like this car. I need a bigger car. Like, oh, no problem. We got you, man. We apologize for the inconvenience. What you need? So we get the Bentley, drive the Bentley for a couple of days, and then we ended up trading it out for a Rolls Royce. And
God, man, it's like Grand Theft Auto server.
bro,
What
I'm
the
telling
fuck?
you, dog, it was insane. And then, right, the time comes where I have to DJ for the club like that I got booked for, right? It's in the same hotel that we've been staying at. So you got the hotel, the club is in the hotel. They have this car rental service company. So their thing is the club has a door that two big wide doors that open up to the parking garage. So anytime VIPs would come through or somebody that they book or whatever, they will drive them into the club. So I didn't know this, right? It's club night, and they're like, what car do you want to use? I was like, oh, no, we just valeted. No, they're like, what car do you want? Do you prefer Lambo or Ferrari? I was like, Lambo. And so they're like, all right, cool, follow us. So they sit me on top of the hood of a Lamborghini, open the doors up, drive the Lambo into the club. There's thick-ass bottle girls with the sparklers, you know, got like 10 bottles lined up, doing their little bottle girl dance. And then the engine is revving, and we played Crazy Story by King Von.
Okay.
As we pulled into the club on Lambos.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
absolutely crazy shit. And then, so that happens, I hop off and then start DJing. DJ till like 4 a.m. or something like that. The resident DJ is like, yo, like, I fuck with how you DJ, bro. You should, we got like an after party on a boat. You should come DJ that. I'm like, cool. He said a boat. It was like a $200 million yacht that this guy was DJing on. It was me, my videographer, my manager, the DJ, 2 owners of the yacht, all bitches, right? And like 30, 50 women and like 10 of us guys. And so now I'm DJing for the yacht, and it was an absolute vibe. And what's cool about DJing overseas is like you could play whatever. Like everybody's music taste is amazing. You can go from R&B to pop to house to hip hop and just have a great time.
Yeah.
So I'm getting in my absolute bag playing songs I never get to play. It's like it was a 3-hour charter where we just like drive around the bay. And then the sun is coming up. You see the Burj Khalifa shining off the glass, and I'm just like, yo, I'm on a yacht. I pulled up on in a Rolls Royce to the yacht, DJing on the yacht. There's beautiful women around, and I'm just playing the music that I love. We get off the boat. There was a girl from Prague that was into me, so you know, she hops in the whip with us, and we drive off in the Rolls Royce. It's probably like 8:30 in the morning, and the sun is coming up.
Yeah.
And I had to be at the Bucks game at like, I think it was like 11 o'clock for rehearsal, and it was 8 a.m. by the time I got, probably like 9 a.m. by the time I like actually went to sleep.
Yeah.
So I set an alarm for 10 because it takes an hour to get there. So I fell asleep, the alarm went off, snoozed that bitch.
Oh,
right? I was just like, and you know, it was like the game didn't happen until later. It was probably like a 7 o'clock game, but you're supposed to be there for rehearsals at I think it was like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
And I just texted him. I was like, yo, I think I woke up at 12, kind of just like, damn, I actually got to lock in. And I texted the showrunner. I was like, yo, I'm going to be a little bit late, maybe like an hour, but I can be there. She was like, nah, stay home. Like, they were
shit.
pissed.
Really?
They were pissed. But I didn't give a fuck. I just got paid $15,000 to do what I love in a place that was beautiful, next to beautiful people, driving great cars. Like I was living crazy.
You're riding high at that point, man.
That was like,
absolutely.
Yeah. So shout out the Bucks. They were lit.
Yeah.
That was a great trip, right? And that's what I mean by getting paid in intangibles, right?
Yeah.
If you can do a good job and work well and finesse, you can turn that into some crazy shit.
Yeah, it sounds like it. What's last thing on the Bucks? What's the song that Giannis is a big fan of? Anything? Any requests of his?
His theme is Notorious.
Really?
So every time he scores a basket, they play Notorious. Notorious, like that.
Yeah.
But he really fucks with Afro beats.
Oh, okay.
Afro beats is the way to go. I mean, he's Nigerian in Greece.
Yeah.
Afro beats is the way to go every time. That's like the world's hip hop basically. Everywhere else in the world is listening to Afro beats crazy. So yeah.
Excellent, man. Well, we're about at that time. Is there anything we didn't get to today that you're like, man, I want to get this off?
Shout out the team. Shout out Bubs. He does so much like with hosting, dancing, content creation. Shout out Resonate with event curation, his DJing. Shout out KB, also dancing, event curation and DJing. Like the reason why I bring them through is because they're superstars by their own right, and the people that I have around me, any one of them, right? There's a whole bunch of people that aren't here that are vicious at what they do.
Yeah. And
like I said, I feel like they're superstars in their own right, and they got mad potential, and they're realizing it right now. So it's me in the chair right now, but eventually it's gonna be each one of them. Excellent. So shouts out to them.
Yeah, excellent. We got the website link down below too, so people can check out. They can probably keep up with you on dates you got coming up. And
yeah, we got the Sky Lounge, which is an R&B rooftop penthouse experience that Nate is curating. It's at No Studios this weekend on Saturday, and then next week we do Drake Night. So that's
Drake
one.
night.
Yeah, or no, Drake Night. My bad.
Oh, I thought you said
Drake.
He said
Yeah,
Drake
no.
night, didn't he?
No.
Yeah, well,
Looking
this
at-
guy crazy. What do you guys play at that? What do we play at that one?
Drake Night in Madison. He said what? On with the Drake Night
yeah.
Thursday at the Majestic, February 12th, and then in Milwaukee at the Rave, February 13th.
Excellent, man. Excellent.
And yeah.
Well, I appreciate you making the time. And
Hell yeah,
bringing the
appreciate
crew
y'all
through.
having
It's
us
great to
out.
meet everybody.
Just, I randomly got tagged in one of your podcast videos.
Yeah.
We were talking about like, yo, we need people from Milwaukee pop through. So
yeah. No, I appreciate it. I'm glad we were able to make it happen.
You got a nice setup. You've been doing your shit, man. It's dope.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, I thank you. I want to thank people that came in here in person as well as people that tuned in
like
live.
I said, right, if you need more people, they got a whole lot to contribute. So I feel like
sure.
Lou, Sonny Lou's not here. He's got a whole lot to talk about. Any one of them have crazy stories.
Yeah.
Like they could tell you all types of shit.
We'll have to get some dates
So,
figured
yeah,
out
yeah,
after
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Well, I appreciate you. Appreciate everybody that tuned in live, people that are listening or viewing days after over on Spotify or here on YouTube. I want to say a quick shout out to our patrons. They're up on the screen now. If you guys are interested in getting behind the scenes access to extra podcasts, extra videos, as well as a series where I break down, I mix, master, write, record every single one of my songs, go to patreon.com/Darren Rita. You can help support the channel for as little as $1. Also want to say a quick shout out to Alpine House 2 for sponsoring another episode of the show, and to Impulse Cameras for sponsoring us as well. All that stuff is linked down below. And with all that good stuff being said, this has been the